We can hear you loud and clear.
God.
Oh, yes,
the original Moeko.
Good evening,
Yeah,
everyone.
but turn on your camera.
Good evening.
Yes,
How you doing?
I'm good. Oh, I'm good.
So I'm gonna mute everybody now so that we can have a relatively, and at some point you'll get the opportunity to have a chat with your fans who are in the building. But I'm just gonna mute everybody now. And then I'm going to ask you to unmute yourself again, Tony. Unmute yourself again, please. Hello? Yeah, unmute yourself. I think, can you hear me, Tony? Oh, yeah, unmute yourself.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, loud and clear. Brother Miboni.
Okay. Oh, DJ Abass.
It's been a minute.
Let me see you. Been a while. Bye-bye.
Tony has this funny way of dodging me every now and then, but we caught him for this one. How you doing?
I'm
my
good,
brother,
bro.
first and foremost, let me congratulate you. Because this thing we now call Afrobeats that we celebrate across the world, it started somewhere. And you were right in the mix of that generation of artists that, started the journey. And part of the conversation tonight is to know what it was like at the beginning, where it is today, how you feel about it, what can change, what can improve. When you started, did you see it getting this far? So congratulations for being part of that generation, because I know say it wasn't easy.
Thank you.
It was not easy.
Thank you.
And for those who don't know, we had a special privilege in 2003 of inviting Tony Tetuila to the UK. And maybe you don't know, you are one of the first artists ever to come to the UK to perform. You are the first artist alongside Tribesmen to come to the UK, Afrobeat artist to perform for the UK audience. First time ever done, So that makes this whole conversation a very, very interesting one to have. But before we go into that, how you day? How family? How everybody?
I'm good. My family has some. We thank God. Give glory to Almighty God.
How petrol? They say petrol scarcity day. My people, they call me. How petrol for late?
It don't chill. It don't chill a bit now.
Well, people like on another queue. I know some another queue. I know. So you get special tank for the back of your house. What did
we thank for God. You? Once we get to the filling station, they just pull us to the front.
On recognition.
Come and take your phone from that. We thank God for that.
Okay. Which is fantastic. So let's go back. Let's go back 20-25 years now. When obviously, if you can, just tell us your story as an artist. Most of us got to know you when obviously you got your album released with Kenny's Music, but obviously Tony was an artist before Kenny's Music, So tell us a bit of that story, your journey leading up to Kenny's Music. I know you've told this story a million times, but you're gonna tell our Caucus audience tonight. So tell us that story tonight if you can.
Thank you so much, DJ Abass, for having me. Thank you so much.
Great pleasure.
The story is a long story, but we just have to break it down. I actually love the music right from childhood. Actually, I love music. I love listening to music. I've got love for singing.
Okay.
So the whole thing started from my school way back. That was Caucus Polytechnic. I used to organize shows in school. I'm like a promoter.
Tony, there's a bit of a feedback. Are you using hands-free or you're talking to the speaker of the phone?
I'm actually using hands-free. Should I just take it off?
I think you should take it off and let's just hear you directly. I think there's a
because I'm finding it so I couldn't get the audio before.
What if we hear you direct?
Oh.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
I will say better small now. Yes. If you think it's good, let us see thumbs up on screen. I think it's much better now. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Like I said, I was once a promoter in school, Caucus Polytechnic back there. Then I was actually studying business administration. And there was a particular show that I invited King DJ Shino. I don't know if you could still remember King DJ Shino.
Of course.
So at the middle of the show, I noticed it brought an artist. as a side attraction for the show.
Mm-hmm.
Then the artist was given opportunity to just flow. Then he was rapping actually. The artist turned out to be Eedris Abdulkareem.
Your best buddy.
So I was like, for this night, yeah, I like the guy. I like the way this guy they flow. What's happening? So we get talking. Then after that, we met several times again in Lagos. So I invited him to my house because I actually went to King DJ Shino's office
Okay.
to book him for another show. Then I met Eedris again. Then we get talking. Then I told him, I love doing music, and my family actually want me to travel out so that I can go and learn in a school of music or something like that. So he said, we can start from here. If I really love music, I can start from there. And I said, okay, how are we going to do it? So I introduced him to my mom, my sister, my brother, and I told them, okay, look, I don't have interest in even traveling abroad again to go and study music. All I just want to do is I want to start from here. I know I can do it and we'll start from here. Thank God I have a friend that knows about music already, then we can as well join hands together to make good music. So they agreed and they said, okay, fine. So they gave us money for production. And you know,
How much did they give you, Tony? We need to know the kula. Enough for you.
If I can remember, as I said, in 1996, yeah, that was 96. My sister gave us 50,000 naira.
In 1996.
Yeah, 50,000. Then my brother added another, I think it was 10 or 20,000 to it.
Oh dear.
So we actually went into the studio. So on our way going to the studio, that's when we met. He introduced Eddy to me.
Eddie Remedy.
Eddy Remedy. I didn't know Eddy from anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So he introduced Eddy to me, and I said, okay. He said he's actually going to lead the vocals, and then we are together as group. And I said, okay, fine, it's no problem. At least it's for the better of this thing.
Yeah.
So when we got to the studio, I met Omololu, I met Danjigi, the engineer, and who else? I met one tall guy again. I forgot his name. What's his name again? Okay, let me just go on with the story.
We'll come back to that.
So Omololu actually was the producer that produced Shakomo.
The legendary producer.
Yeah, he did Shakomo.
Okay.
Then later we took it to Ray Power. And when we took the music to Ray Power, they told us, this is a lovely music. We met Steve Kadri then.
Rest in peace, Steve Kadri. Yes.
So we met Steve Kadri. Steve Kadri said, these are new boys in town, and we played the music to him, actually. He listened to it, and he loved it. And he was saying, this is a serious one, though, that we have to come on Ray Power for interview, blah, 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 blah. So that was when they asked, what's the group name? Because we've not even planned getting a group name. When I said, okay, are we going to do it? Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. We can hear you, yes.
Okay, so I said, okay.
Tony, you have to, we can't hear you now. You need to unmute yourself. Unmute yourself again. Unmute yourself. Better.
Can you hear me now?
Loud and clear.
Okay. So when we got to Ray Power, we met Steve Kadri. Steve Kadri was the one that called us on the Ray Power Slam, Jam Slam. They introduced us to. Then we've not even had any deal with Kenny's music. Then we were working with. Then we met Bengawe. Mm-hmm. Bengawe happens to be our manager then. So he said, okay, he can add some other percussions to the music. That's how he introduced the conga and the talking drum on it. So to God be the glory, we started the whole thing. We getting airplay, and people
choose.
start liking our song. That is how Remedies
Started.
you know. So when we then we started getting shows actually. But one of the major shows that we had then was Rothman's Groove.
Yeah.
Rothman's Groove.
You're a
On
big
the
fan.
tour on Rothman's Groove, that's it. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, yes.
Okay. While we're on the tour on the Rothman's Groove, that was when I met Two-Face and Blackface. Then there was Face has not even joined them then.
Mm-hmm.
So I met Two-Face, Idibia, and Blackface as Plantation Boy. I met so many people, even but myself, I mean, Remedies and the Plantation Boys are the major artists.
Okay.
Because we did all the shows. All true, we did all the shows.
For that particular
from other artists that have been, they always join us while we're at a particular location, like them the Dr. Fresh, like them different artists. They come on at different states to join us, but we did all the states. I think we went to we did about 30 something shows in about 15 states. That's about two shows in a state, back to back.
That's a lot of money.
As at then, it's a lot of money if it's actually getting into the right pocket.
That's another story.
You know? So when we got to, I think it was Enugu or Weri or something, then the whole thing started. You know, the going solo thing, the big thing, and you are not working.
Who?
I'm working more than you.
Tony, you are in a family. You are a family here. Who started the solo thing? Who started? Was it you? Was it Eedris or was it Eddy?
Okay, I have to just say everything without diluting it because I actually don't like talking about it anymore.
Our family low and be you are safe.
Because at you level at
me.
I could remember Rothman's Groove where I think they paid about 300,000 or 350,000 for the whole show, and then was a big money.
Yeah, big money now, Seth.
There was a big money, you know, and they were paying that money instrumentally. I think they paid 105.
Okay.
The first payment they made was 105, and the greatest shock I had then was the money I was giving. You know, was crazy. From 105, I was giving 16,000 naira.
16.
So I felt bad. I walked up to my group. I said, "Why are you guys giving me this kind of money?" They said, "No, you are not working like us. You are not doing this like us." I said, "But what about me? If I want to be greedy, I could say I'm the one that financed the group, that I want to get more money than you guys. But I didn't say that, all because I wanted love." But you know, the whole thing was crazy.
This was before my car. This was before my car.
This was before morning time, before my car.
Okay.
You know? So when we got to Ibadan, I think they paid another money. Maybe because I was complaining about the first, they added 2,000 to it again. I was giving 18,000 from 105 again. So our balance was about 140. I think the whole money was 350. So I was like, man, I can't go on like this because I'm not even happy. I think we should be getting the same money, no matter how lesser or bigger you're working, at least. So I just said, okay, one thing I have to do is I have to start writing my own song. I started my first album. I started writing my song from the tour.
This was
With
2001.
the help of
Was it 2000 or 2001 or thereabout?
This was 1997.
Okay.
This was in 1997. Yeah, we went on the tour in 97. I think, yeah, it was 1997. So I was like, what's going on? So I started writing my songs, keeping them, started doing all my lyrics, keeping them. And I was getting ideas from Blackface. I'll give it up to him because he was with me 247. I won't lie. He was with me. The guy was with me all through. Two-Face 2 was there. You know, Two-Face was, we were not really too close then, you know, in and out, my room, out of my room. We'll play, we sit together, we'll do. Two-Face was more of with them, you know. So I said, okay, what's going on? What's going to happen?
Because Two-Face was also, just for our guests that are in the house, Two-Face was also a part of Kenny's music.
No.
Oh, he was not a member then.
Even Remedies, we've not even signed up to it.
Oh, you're not even in Remedy, and all that time you were not with Kenny's music.
No, we're not with none of us was with Kenny's then. None of us. So when we got to Ibadan, the same thing repeats itself. So I was like, I went to our manager, Bengawa, and I said, hey, Bengawa, what's happening now? Why am I getting this kind of money? It shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that. You know? But already I had money on me because before I left home, my mom gave me about 100,000 to keep. You know, she gave me like 100,000 to keep. Like, okay, in case you want to do anything, or maybe you go stranded, at least you have something to keep yourself up. You know. So the worst came when we got back to Lagos for the final show. We got another show from Ondo, I think, Ondo State. They paid some money, then we added it up with the balance. Everything was going to like my 200K. And the funniest thing, I was giving 18,000 again.
18,000 had become your minimum wage. Minimum wage was your cut at that point.
So I said, okay, the best is to leave this group. It's the best. After all, I've started working on my songs, and all I have to do is just use what I have to get what I want. At least I can go into the studio now and do my own recording. So after the whole thing, I still went to them and I told them, what's going to happen? Why are you guys treating me this way? Why is this happening? Why is everything happening this way? But they didn't want to listen. It's as if they made up their mind that I shouldn't even be with them. Then the one thing I remember they told me was, if at all I want to be with them, I will only be their backup singers. And I said, no, I can't settle for that. That's not an option. I can do this myself, and I just have to do it myself. I will always thank them because they build me up. They made me strong. I will always thank. Every disappointment is a blessing in disguise. But one thing I want young artists to know, if you happens to be group, you might be working. You might be working hard. And at the same time, maybe your friend is not working as you are working, but he is blessed. Maybe he has the grace. That is it. God always bless a group because of only one person. Maybe the person is is God's favorite.
Mm.
That is why a group can succeed and move on.
Mm.
So I said it. I said, okay, fine. And I said, I can never, ever, 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 ever be your backup singer. I would rather not sing again than being your backup singer. So I left. So I even met then Daddy Shoki then saw me.
Shoki Bobo.
You know, Shoki called me and told me, Tony, come. Let me tell you something. The thing where then do you. Your story be like my own, no. But stay strong. Believe you can do it and you will do it. You know, I kept that word and I said, this is a lovely motivation. I have to, that I can do it and I have to do it. But to God be the glory. After that, I dropped Omodemet and Shere.
Now, so when you were when you were Remedies, at what point did you guys join Kennis?
Okay. I think after Shakomo, they started working on some other tracks that we've done together, like Shade, Judile. Then that was when I heard that they are now with Kenny's Music.
Okay, so they were the ones that joined Kenny. So you never joined Kenny's with Remedies.
No, I've not even joined Kenny's.
Okay.
So when I did Omodemet and Shere,
your own single, solo single.
Yeah, my own single produced by Paul Play. It was Blackface that took me to Paul Play. We went to Lawancing. We went to Lawancing and we told and Blackface just told Paul Play the whole story. This guy, so like this group will just say they don't want time again. No, he told Paul Play all the story, everything that happened between myself and the other group. So I said, okay, I've been working on your songs. I said, yeah, okay, let me listen to some of your songs, blah, blah, blah. But then I booked my studio session at Dolphin Studio, the same place we did Chacomo.
Mm-hmm.
So from there, we started working. So after mixing and mastering the first track, Omodemet and Shere, with the help of my guys, my brothers that got my back then, the Plantation Boys, you know, Rough, Rugged, and Raw. And after that, I took it back to Ray Power for Hairplay. That was when Kenny's listened and heard it and said, hope you won't mind being on my label. And I said, it's a good thing, I don't mind. At least this is my own solo career. I thank God, you know. So that is how I got my own deal too with Kenny's Music.
And if I can just come in very, very quickly, for those who don't know, Tony got a lot of money for Omodemet and Shere from the if you all have seen the American sitcom, the American US Nigerian sitcom called Bob Hats Abishola.
Yes,
Bob Hats Abishola. Tony will tell us how much we got for that thing later in the show as we continue. Yeah, continue. Because I know.
Maybe we should ask Ayo Shode.
I know. Continue.
Because he actually made it happen. You know?
That was a good one, though.
He actually made it happen. So after that, I got signed up with Kenny's Music.
So you signed with Kenny's Music as a solo artist?
As a solo artist.
So you never signed with Kenny Music with Remedies?
No, at all.
Okay.
When we did the first single, Shakomo and Judile, it was So Records.
Okay.
Cooper, owned by Cooper Victory's brother.
Yeah.
Do you know So Records?
I know So Records, but I don't know the owners. No.
So we actually signed Shakomo and Judile with So Records.
Okay.
Which I don't even know anything about royalty or whatever.
At the time.
That came out from there. I just don't know. Because I've moved on. I just believe, okay, I have to just focus on my own solo career and then
do your
whatever comes in for me from there. I believe, yeah, this is mine, you know. So from there, we dropped Morning Time after our Monday Time Shady, Morning Time, you know, Toba McKay also, and some other tracks on the album. Then some people were still doubting, like, let's see what it's going to do in this next album. Let's see what it's going to do in the next album. But I don't care. I just believe, okay, no matter how it's going to be, I know God is on my side. I still have to do it. But I didn't relent. I was just saying, okay, I just have to keep it up and then make it strong for myself and come out with something good. Then 2 years after, I started working on my the second album. That's My Car. And this time I actually worked with Omololu. Omololu produced all the songs on My Car's album. And when My Car came out, was a blessing too.
Wala badi.
Was a blessing too. Through that, I got my first show organized by DJ Abass and Ayo Shoneya. You guys, you took me to London in 2003. That was my first appearance in London.
No, if I
So
was
God be the glory.
if I was to tell the story of that show, because at the time we were in the UK, funny enough, I'm sure Ayo interviewed you for his documentary that he's working on right now that's coming up pretty soon. And at that time, maybe you didn't know, Tony, at that time, when a song was a hit in Nigeria, it took 6 months for it to go to the UK.
Whoa.
That was the minimum. America, it took them 2 years. UK was 6. But the good thing, as you know, at the time we had started a TV show in the UK, and that so would come to Nigeria, you know, hook up with you guys, get music from you, play it, you know. So we just thought, you know what, it was a gamble. It was a gamble to bring a Nigerian star to the UK. Then it was a gamble for just let's do this gamble, JD. We will not talk about the story that happened in between. That one is between us till we die. We'll not talk about that one. We'll not talk about that one. I will go to the grave with that one.
We'll not talk about that
We'll
one.
go to the grave with that one. But then also so the good thing is right now, because Eedris and Eddy also had solo careers with Kenny's as well. Remember? So at what point did they decide to do their own thing when they left Remedies aside?
I don't know about that.
Okay.
What I just said was that they've gone solo, and the next thing I saw was Eedris solo efforts.
Yeah.
You know,
and he also had good success as well, because of course.
Yeah. Eedris too. Eedris the correct guy.
Oh yeah. He had great success. Jaga, Mr. Lecturer. You know, he did quite well. So, how are you guys today? All of you, how are you guys today? Relationship.
We are friends, good friends. Good friends.
Okay.
Good friends. If not that you they squeeze me to even talk, sir. I cannot even go back to the story, because
see, the thing about the history, it's important we know this history, because you look at all societies, Tony, across the world, the Americans are telling their own stories. We need to know this history. If we're going to move forward, we need to hear this history from guys like you that were there at the very, very beginning. And of course, even me as a DJ, some of my closest DJ friends today, when we started 20, 30 years ago, we were rivals. And that rivalry is important. That rivalry is important at that stage that we are trying to build. But then now we're in the elder state level now, where we need to now combine our forces so we can lift all the young ones as well. So telling that story is not necessarily dissing or anything. It's just saying it as, and I'm sure they have their own versions as well. And when they come on the show, they'll tell their own versions, you know. But we've heard you loud and clear. Tony Tetuila, you know, the good thing is your history is set. If they're talking about Afrobeats anywhere in the world today, your name will be in the mix. So once again, I congratulate you.
We thank God. Thank you so much.
Then you. So I know say you be Mr. Quara man, but Lagos adopted.
Lagos born.
Lagos born Kwaraman.
Waraman Lagos born.
So, in a few words, tell us about your relationship with Lagos.
Lagos is like my state.
Okay.
I would like to you. Lagos. I was born in Lagos. I was raised in Lagos. My primary school, my secondary school, all in Lagos. Then I went back to Kwara to do my higher institution. I finished OND.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that, then the school thing, the music thing came on. But Lagos has been
Your hub.
my foundation. Lagos has been my starting point in life, even before music. Lagos, because I have my mom, my dad, they have their businesses here in Lagos. So I was born in Lagos. So Lagos has been like my state. So Lagos has actually added a lot of impact to my career. Let me just put it that way.
Okay, and if you look at what you guys started over 2 decades ago, and you look at where it is now, because it's like now this whole genre now that is called Afrobeats, has now become a monster. We now have artists who have now won Grammys, nominated for Grammys, been performing all across the world. They are now global stars. Did you think when you were were doing your stuff back in the day, do you think it would ever get to this point?
Me, I have a belief. Then I believe the music thing is still going to be better than before.
Mm.
I have that belief already that it's going to be better than before. Before, there wasn't any show, there wasn't any major artists that travel out to perform abroad.
Yeah.
But it started from somewhere.
Yes.
And now it's massive.
Yes.
It's regular now.
Yes.
It's regular now. But the only thing we don't have then was this social media.
Mm.
This recording yourself, putting your song on every platform yourself,
Yes.
without running around to a radio station
Or record label or anybody.
This actually make it so easy. Not like before. You have to run after press to put your story on their whatever.
Journalists go collecting money. Radio DJ go collecting money. Everybody they collect what they collect.
Exactly. So the whole thing is different now. It's very, very easy now. So if we can achieve things like this now, definitely Afrobeat is massive. It's massive. People don't know, but I need to tell them it's massive. Afrobeat is going to take over the world. Write it down. It's going to take over the world. I'm impressed with what they're doing. Actually, I'm impressed. At least to be called and to be mentioned that these are the pioneers, these are the people that started it. It's a big privilege for me.
Indeed.
So I'm impressed with what they are doing, and we never relent. So we still they put them out small.
I see say over the last 2 months, you don't do like 5 or 6, and they watch it. Tony's doing shows everywhere, So it's and it brings me also to this thing is like a part of it never leaves you, because I see that I was having a chat with Paul Play, and she showed him not too long ago, and it's like in this UK that we live and in America. I'll tell you a little story. A few years ago, I went to Disney World with my family, and Disney World America. So they have four zones. It's so massive. I'm like, I can't walk. And normally people book single days. I say, I don't have money to book 4 days. Oh, we are gonna do one package, one day, everything. But then I realized how massive it was. So when we did the first and the second, I just thought, you know what, I can't do the rest. So I'm gonna sit in this one, let the children go. So madam and I just decided to walk around the second one. And as I was walking and I was just hearing suddenly life was true meanings to one DJ is playing Billy Ocean. Let's go and listen to the DJ. When we got there, it was not a DJ. It was Billy Ocean himself.
Oh.
Billy Ocean was performing. What am I trying to say? There's an old school circuit. Because there are people that still want to listen to Tony, that still want to listen to Eedris, that still want to listen to Paul Play. But it appears in Nigeria, we don't have that circuit. We don't have that circuit where people can go and watch or even book old school artists. Why do you think there's that problem?
Okay. One thing about Nigerians generally, one thing about us is we go for the new things. We don't care about the old ones anymore. I've noticed this, and I know that DJ Abass, if not for the strong songs that some artists like me has, there wouldn't be anything like Tony Tetuila performing somewhere. No. I've seen some of my colleagues that are finding it hard to even get a show because maybe they have only one hit song, or maybe two, or maybe they can't survive all the night to perform 8 after 8. I'm not saying that maybe they are weak or this, but to God be the glory. This let me put it this way. Should I say promoter or maybe
or even the people generally?
People generally. You can see these days people only want to listen to they just want to dance. They want to have fun. They want to feel the beat. They just don't want to listen to good music as in what's it saying? Is it making sense or this or that or that? Like my age now, I can't be coming out and start singing about yash, about breast. When I have picking for house, what am I training? What am I training there? Maybe when I had no family, maybe I'm still on the street and even then it was censored. You can't even. But now it's raw. But now it's raw. That's even music. At least they're making people happy. But one thing I know is that older artists are finding it so hard now to even get a show. But one thing they don't know is that if you keep doing the new school shows, all shows are still going to look the same because you are still going to have the same set of people, set of artists playing at every particular shows that you go to. I remember a show that they called me just about 2-3, is it up to 3 weeks or 2 weeks ago or 2.5 weeks ago. They didn't announce I was coming. But when I got on stage, it was crazy.
I saw that clip. That was the clip I saw and you shared, yeah.
Was crazy. The new generation singing my song word to word. I was surprised. At least I can see the crowd, and I know the age range. So I was happy. I was like, this is it. But why is it that they don't want to bring us for shows?
So why
is it that they don't want to?
So who do you think that fault? Like right after this question, I'm gonna ask guests here to please put their hands up. If you'd like to ask Tony some questions while he's still with us, please indicate by putting your hands up. So I'm gonna ask you this question, Tony. So who do you think that fault lies with? Is it with the promoters that are not booking, or the audience? Because I know without a doubt that there are audiences that want to listen to Tony Tetuila. There are audiences that want to listen to Sheisho Demu, Paul Play. They are there. So is it the fault of the promoter? Is it the fault of the audience? Whose fault would you say it is?
Let's leave the audience out of it now. I think the fault is from the promoter.
Okay.
If you're a good promoter, you should know how to
sell anybody.
Let me say you should know how to flavor your concerts. Okay, let me see. This artist, he's old. And there was a show we had then when Shina Peters came on stage. Even till now,
Shina Peters
was crazy. was crazy, but they don't know. They think they are taking a risk.
Would you blame them?
You
Would you blame them,
can
though?
never compare. It's different. You can't compare. You can't compare. And older artists had more experience. Before I perform on stage, I will come and peep and see the crowd. If the response is what is if the response is good enough with what I'm going to give them, I know that definitely I'm going to kill the show. But if I'm seeing some kind of this thing is going to be hard, or if I go do then I have to change my pattern. But some artists, they don't do that. They believe what I've arranged that I'm going to perform is what I'm going to perform. No, you have to change it if it warrants changing it. So I would say is a fault of the promoter, because the promoter, well, you can't force yourself on the promoter.
Absolutely.
That's one thing I can never do. I know when it's time for them to say, okay, let's use this man for a show. Let's do this man for a show. They will now know that, you can't mess with this guy, because I have to prove myself.
Indeed. And
that proving myself will open doors for some other concert. We now let some promoter know that, this guy, you can't mess with him. You have to bring him.
Well,
even if he's going to be the old artist, you still have to bring him. What do you say?
This place where you're talking to now, we where the UK will go. We won't see you again, and we shall make it happen. We won't see you again.
DJ Abass, you know my show now.
No. We know.
I'm not making mouth.
I know, and it will happen, because, like I said, there are some of us are in a certain generation right now, and we just want to taste that flavor. So if Shalama can come to the UK, if Kool and the gang, who are in their 70s, can come to the UK, and their audience still come out to watch them, we can do the same with our own pioneer stars as well. There's absolutely no doubt about that, and I'm sure it will happen. So at this point, I'm going to ask our first DJ Smooth Paradox. Please unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Tony, listen, Tony, I appreciate you. Make I just tell you one thing. I remember how you guys used to come do some street shows with Funky J, Ebutemeta.
Yeah.
Street gig. We used to have fun back then.
I remember too.
The entire street, Funky J and the crew, and you guys would turn up and everything.
For Ebutemeta.
Ebutemeta, that's right. That was great times, good stuff, man. Thank you so much for coming on.
We thank God for life. We thank God for life.
Absolutely. So good to hear you, and also to know your experience.
Thank you so much, bro.
Some of us.
Thank you so much, DJ Smooth.
Yeah. So some of us, we knew what was going on at that time with the group, but there was nothing much anybody could do, And the way it turned out for you kind of like superseded the whole thing, The rejected stone became the cornerstone.
Cornerstone, yeah.
A real story for most of us at that time, watching you and say, wow, okay, this is great story, and you're alive today to tell the story for younger people to know. Once you are called on a path, stay on it. You could have been discouraged and just say, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore, and just do something else. But you stuck to it, and you made great hits, My brother,
Thank you so much.
I salute you.
Trust, man.
All right, that's my piece. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Smooth Paradox. Thank you so much. Okay, so we also have in the build Tony Otigbo mi Ebenezer Oboye. Tony pé bọ̀dé ọ̀ṣun sì níjẹ̀bú òde tótó ọba tótó àlùbáríkà ọmọ àtàtà sáré wá gba 1 kó di 10 sí ẹ lọ́wọ́ bóńkò má bá ẹ lọ. His son is the next person that's going to speak with you. Prince Oshinusi is in the building. Prince, please unmute your mic, Prince Oshinusi.
Good evening, DJ Abass. Good
Good evening,
evening,
sir.
Tony. Good
Hey,
evening,
Prince.
everyone.
My Prince, hello.
Yeah.
Don't eat
DJ
my
Abass.
cow.
DJ Abass,
Yes, sir.
thanks for your accolades all the time.
Absolute pleasure, sir.
Almighty God will continue to
Amen, sir.
Amen.
give you more knowledge and
Amen.
wisdom.
Amen, sir.
Continuous blessings
Amen.
always.
Yes, sir.
Tony,
Yes, so Prince.
yeah. I can't believe it when you guys when it's split up. Because during that period, I just believed that Sky was the beginning for you. And but although all of you might be young then, you understand me? And the area you has a lot of idiomatic expression. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Right, and it was a hit. But DJ Abass said something now. In the last 3 years, Shalama has been in UK on a concert. Kool and the gang are coming back. You understand me? And around 2 or 3 years ago, Paul McCartney
Yeah.
was at O2 Arena,
Yes.
sold out. I don't see any reason why Remedies cannot come back and give us a bang. We the whole daddies, we still want to. No, I don't want to wake. I don't want to wake up in the morning and say, "Look, Nyash, look, breast." Come on, I want to wake up in the morning and listen to Jiggy Jiggy Bampa. I want to listen to Hit My Car. I want to listen. You see, DJ Abass, I will tell you, Eko Bridge, downtown Lagos.
Ben, sir.
I still play it at least once in a month. When I say Eko Bridge, I don't mean Eko Bridge only.
Yes.
When I say volume 1 to 6, that was when DJ Abass was DJ Abass.
I am still DJ Abass. Am I
No. Because according to what you said, the competition was there. The rivalry was there.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Because I always get the best of the best. You understand me? So these guys, they're still alive. All of them are still alive. To God be the glory. They still have the energy.
Yes, sir.
Look, business is risk. Get a promoter. You can start from Indigo. Then the next one, O2 Arena. All these whiskey, they started from Indigo before they moved to O2 Arena.
Yeah.
Yeah, please, do the same thing. God will be with you. We still want to listen to you.
Amen.
You see, old wine tastes better than new wine. God bless with you. And my kind regards to your friends.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you so much, sir. God bless you, sir.
In fact, you know what, Tony? I've just seen somebody in the house right now, and I have to bring him on screen. Lexi, do please turn on your camera. Lexi, do turn on your camera. We have to bring you on right now.
Calababush.
Calabadus, please, admin, please pin Lexi do. And I'm sure Lexi do will have a little story to tell as well. Lexi do, can you turn on your camera? Are you decent to turn on your camera, Abi? Are you alone? Okay, so while we await that from Tony, so I will also talk about one of your new passions right now, because now you're into real estate. Tony is selling houses. So Tony, I'm going to give you a job soon. You're going to look for something for me. But before we talk about that, how did you get into real estate? How are you finding it? How are you enjoying it?
Actually, I'm still a baby. Where I'm still a baby in the business. I started some months ago. And I've known this friend for like since like 2009, and we lost contact. And later when we met again, he just told me like, don't I know his sister? I said, I know your sister. And I said, so What's happening? He said he's big into real estate too. He actually want me to go to her so that she can put me up for endorsement to do advert for our company.
Properties, okay.
Yeah. So getting there, she said, bros, hey, yo, don't pass endorsement too. This is how we do it too. This is how we do it too. We sell, we do this. If you can get buyer and brother. Like play, that's how I got into the whole stuff. And to God be the glory. It's working out fine. So we never to sell big, but at least with the little that I've sold, at least people have trust in me.
Confidence.
They believe that this man is a public figure. He can't run away with my money. So there's confidence in dealing with Tony Tetuila than dealing with someone that you don't even know where he is coming from, where he's originated. You don't even know. At least you know, Tony, there's nowhere I can hide in this world. So people feel comfortable dealing with me, saying that, oh, I can send my money to you. This is what I'm saying to you. All you have to do if you want to buy the property is just let me know the exact location you want, the budget you have, and then I will just do the search for you. If I see anyone, I will let you know. If the money is not enough, I will let you know. But to God be the glory, at least we are moving gradually.
And are you enjoying this new? Are you enjoying this new foray into something?
DJ Abass, we cannot lie. I badly not be small.
Okay.
It's a good thing. At times it can be so challenging. At times it's so challenging when you are not selling and you keep going for inspection, search. You know, you burn so many money. If I say money, resources.
Admin resources and money.
Resources and money. You know, you burn so much. But if you are the kind that is looking at man, maybe I say this thing is taking time, or if you are not patient, me, I'm not in a hurry. At least gradually, I'm still moving a bit by bit by bit. But I can't say yes. I've actually sold something that will make me happy. But I enjoy the business. I think it's promising, and I won't relent. I'll keep going on.
Awesome. Well, one thing I can guarantee you is if one needs to look for property Lagos, at least you will be the first point of call for advice. If anything, just advice to speak with.
I'll be so happy to get that deal.
And I'm sure the Caucus family, and I'm going to unmute the Caucus now to give our special guest tonight another awesome round. So please unmute yourselves, everybody, and let's give him a warm round of applause for being with us tonight.
Well done.
Well done.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
DJ, you haven't spoken about that Bob Hart at Bishola show.
Tony.
Abi.
So, but before we,
boy,
Don't tell us.
Owó tá a gbà, agbára Ọlọ́run ká.
Yeah, good one.
owó tabua.
oh God, boy. So
Agbára Ọlọ́run ká. We just thank God. We just thank God at least. Your prayer is working for us. You know, this Ọmọdé Mẹ́ta ń Ṣeré
yes,
was released 99. And Bob, it came 20 years after the song.
exactly 20 years after the release.
I was on my way in here to cancel the show. But
It's God's grace. It's God's grace.
Awesome. So what we're going to do is we're going to now play a video of your biggest hit. Biggest hit, and that song, over 20 years after, that was the song we heard that we thought we have to bring Tony to London. No, And even
Yes,
today we're
sir.
still listening and enjoying. So we're gonna play that song. Tony Tetuila, thank you so much for
Let
honoring
me
our life.
get on the dance
DJ
floor.
Abass,
Oh, yeah.
respect, Baba.
Thank you so much.
Respect, Baba.
And
Respect,
we look
respect.
to having you, and we'll make that. I'm not sure will happen though. It will happen.
Let try bring us back to
It
London.
will happen.
Let's kill the show.
It must happen.
Oh my
I know
shele.
you
must
can do
happen.
it. Let's
Oh
do
my
it.
shele. Oh my shele.
Baba, I think I say
Oh my shele. Thank you so
thanks
much.
for Baba.
It
Stay
must
blessed.
happen.
Bless you.
One love. So we're gonna
Bless,
go
bless,
into that
bless.
Thank
special
you.
video.